finding the average, mean. There are many different types of averages in maths, but the one that comes up most often, and is probably what most people mean when they say average, is mean, the mean average. So in this video we're going to look at how to find out the mean average. Let's look at the number of counters that some children have. So we can see here that John's got 8, Sarah has 9, Ali has 7, Jack has 8 and Alicia has 8. Now, how many counters are there together? So all we need to do is we need to add 8 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8, and we can see that the total is 40. So there are 40 counters altogether. Now, what about if we shared out the counters equally? Well, there's 40 counters altogether, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. So if we wanted to share them out equally, we'd say there were 40 divided by 5. And 40 divided by 5 is 8. So that means that each child would get 8 counters. And this is the mean average. So the mean average is if we shared all those numbers out, all those counters, if we shared them out equally, what would each person get in that group? So here we can see that because there are 5 people in the group and there were 40 counters altogether, if we shared them out equally, everybody would get 8. And we call this the mean average. So another way of thinking about the mean average is to say that what would it be if everything was shared out equally? So it doesn't matter what you're talking about, whether you're counting cakes or shoe sizes, what would they be if we shared them out equally? That would give us the mean average. So to recap how we work out the mean average, what we do is we take all the numbers that we have listed and we add them together. So here we can see that 8 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 is 40. So we get a total, and then that we share that total with how many people are in our group. So here we've got 5 people in our group, so we share 40 divided by 5, and that gives us 8, which is the mean average. Let's look at another example. Well, here we have some more information that we want to work out the mean average from. So here we have 6 children, and they all took a spelling test, and these are their scores in the spelling test. So we can see that one child scored 9, another one scored 11, another child scored 12, another child scored 8, 6 and 8. So we want to know what's the mean average score in this spelling test. So the first thing we need to do is total up all the spelling scores. So I'm going to do 9 plus 11 plus 12 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8. And if I add those all together, I get the total 54. And I need to divide that 54, that's the total, I need to divide that by how many numbers there are in my group. So here it's the number of children, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 bits of information, 6 children's scores in this case. So I'm going to do 54 divided by 6. And 54 divided by 6 is 9. So that tells me that the mean average score of this spelling test is 9. Now it's your turn. You're going to work out the mean average of the following sets of numbers. So work those out. Remember, you're adding together all the numbers to give you a total, and then you're dividing by how many numbers there are in the first place. So work out the mean average for these sets of numbers, and then we'll go through the answers. How did you get on? Let's go through the answers. So question number 1, the mean average of these numbers was 3. Question 2, the mean average was 20. Question 3, the mean average was 3. And question 4, the mean average was 35. How did you do? If you're feeling confident, you can download the worksheet and have a try at some more questions. And if you're not feeling so confident, rewind the video and have a look again to see where you need to practice and any areas that you've gone wrong in. Well done.